विद्यालय की नाट्य संस्था
रंगमंच।
कान्हा जा रे चारे चारे सवरिया, कान्हा जा रे चारे चारे सवरिया, काहे रोके मोर घर के डगरिया, काहे रोके मोर घर के डगरिया, कान्हा जा रे चारे चारे सवरिया, कान्हा जा रे।
Life is not very different from dance. It's a stage where all men and women are performers. They get to dance different items. They succeed at some, they fail at others. Some of them have the privilege to dance the way they want to. And some of them have to dance the way someone else wants them to dance. Some of them even have to strangle the aspirations of others to dance their favorite items. And some of them have to sacrifice their own aspirations to let others dance. It's a weird game which we all have to play. Rangmanch, the Dramatic Society of Aryabhat College, University of Delhi, presents you Dance Like a Man. We are in an old-fashioned, dimly lit room in the heart of the city. Most of the things in the room, like furniture and books, are more than 40 years old. Lata, the daughter of Jairaj and Ratna, enters the room with her boyfriend Biswas. It's a special day for Biswas, as he's going to meet his future father-in-law and mother-in-law. But his in-laws, well, they couldn't care less. They are ready to give their daughter to any man as long as he lets their daughter dance the way she wants to.
Lata, where are your parents?
They should have been here by now.
They're not in. They said 7 o'clock.
Huh, I know. But there was an emergency and they had to go out.
Hey, only doctors and firemen got on emergencies. Dancers stay at home till it's showtime. They also stay at home when they're invited their future son-in-law to their house.
Yeah, but one of our musicians isn't well. He fell down the stairs and broke his arm. My parents were in the hospital with him. They should be here at any moment.
Arey yaar. Chalo, let's wait. By the way, this meeting must not take much time. I'm sure they're anxious to get rid of you.
Don't be under the impression that they're tripping over themselves to meet you. They don't care who or what you are as long as you let me dance.
And what if I whisk you away to Dubai and sell you to a sheikh?
Well, at least I'll still be dancing in his harem. No, seriously. They are not worried. You know, they are different.
We'll see. But wow, this house is quite old-fashioned. High ceiling and all. The wood is probably rotting, but at least it's huge.
Right in the center of the town. A Marwari builder offered my father 90 lakhs. He wants to build a shopping complex.
90 lakhs? Whew. So when is he selling it?
Hey, why are you so interested in that? My father will give you no dowry.
Arey, no. Just general curiosity.
No, he would never do that. My parents have spent all their lives here. Even before they got married, my mother practically lived here. They practiced dance together under the same guru. And apart from that, this was where my grandfather lived. All his memories are attached to this house. My father cannot sell it.
Oh, your grandfather was that freedom fighter guy you told me about, right?
Yes, Mr. Amrit Lal Parekh.
But you had told me that you didn't want your father to dance. They must have had terrible fights.
They must have. But Daddy has always had a deep respect for him. And that is why he will never sell this house. Not even the furniture, because it all belonged to my grandfather.
Oh, that's why this furniture reminds me of an antique shop. And the shawl? It looks nice. Old fashioned kind of thing.
Oh, the shawl. Isn't it splendid? You're right. It also belonged to my grandfather. A Maharaja gave it to him.
What? Wow.
And in spite of my grandfather's restrictions, this floor has felt a million Anus over and over again. Feel that.
I hear it too.
And when I was a little girl, I used to stand near the door and watch mummy and daddy practice. It was magic for me. I knew then what I wanted to be. Acha, Vishwas, when we are married, you let me come here to practice now, won't you?
Arey, of course, Lata. I don't think our floor can withstand a million. Adavoos.
Shut up. And we won't have any children.
And we won't have what?
I mean not right away. We can have them later, na, can't we?
My father almost died when I told him I'm marrying outside the caste. Wait till he hears this.
Vishwas, there's plenty of time. We're still young. My parents had me when they were both 40.
Maybe we can adopt one.
Don't be silly.
Arey, we could practice on him. So we would know what to do when our own brat comes along. Like dress rehearsal.
Acha, then go marry someone else.
Oh, Lata. Acha. At least let's settle for 2.
Okay.
You mean it?
You are a clown. I don't know what my parents will think of you. Acha, anyways, I'm making coffee for all of us. Now they'll be here at any moment, huh?
Lata goes in the kitchen, leaving Viswas alone to wander around in the house. Viswas is intrigued by almost everything in the house, and suddenly he sees a beautiful shawl. He goes towards it and picks it up. He looks to see if Lata is around. Satisfied she isn't, he wears the shawl and struts around.
What a granddaddy she had. He must have been a terror. No wonder her father is a weirdo. So, you want to be a dancer? Ha ha ha, son, you will never amount to anything in life. Look at me. Look at what I have achieved. Yes, look at this house, this shawl, this furniture. What's that you say? There's more to life than money? You ungrateful wretch!
Unnoticed by him, Lata's parents, Jairaj Parekh and Ratna Parekh, enter. They stop and stare at his antics. They are both in their 60s, but very erect and energetic from years of rigorous training. Viswas is lost in his mockery.
Where will you go being a dancer? Nowhere. What will you get being a dancer? Nothing. People will point at you on the streets and laugh and ask, who is he? He's a dancer. What does he do? He's a dancer. Yes, but what does he do? He's a dancer. Oh God. I didn't notice you arrived. Sir, I got bored waiting. I love dancing. Not disco or anything like that. Our dances, there's so much more in them. You know what I mean. Lata!
Please put the shawl back.
Yes. I'm sorry about it being a lovely shawl.
Give it to me.
Viswas gives the shawl to Ratna. She folds it neatly and puts it back into the cupboard. Jairaj is staring at Viswas. This is followed by some awkward silence. Viswas is very embarrassed at his behavior. A not so good first impression.
This is terrible. What are we going to do?
Arey, there is no use worrying, yaar.
This has never happened before in all my life.
In all our lives.
In all our lives, I can't remember ever being in such a crisis.
It is not a crisis.
Arey Baba, crisis, problem, whatever.
Arey, we have had problems before.
But never one like this. Yo, what will we do?
Look, I know I haven't made a very good first impression, but I would be more comfortable if you didn't think of me as a crisis or a problem.
You. Crisis. We were not talking about you. We do not even know you well enough to think of you as a problem or anything. Understand?
That's a relief.
What? That we do not know you.
No. I don't think of me as a problem.
10 days. That's all we have.
Arey, we will find someone else.
Who? Everyone is booked.
We could ask that Sheshadri, no? He knows our repertoire.
Say, Shadri, are you mad? He's rehearsing with Chandrakala.
Arey, he won't be rehearsing with Chandrakala all day for 10 days.
When he's not rehearsing with her, he's sleeping with her.
You do not know that for sure. You must not listen to gossips.
It's not gossip. I've seen it with my own eyes.
When?
When we were in Moscow at the hotel, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I saw him sneak down the corridor and into her room.
What were you doing in the hotel corridor at 3 in the morning?
Watching to see whose room you had sneaked into.
Arey, I was downstairs drinking vodka with that Yakshgana troupe.
I know this is none of my business, but aren't you straying away from the problem? From what I gather, the problem is that you need someone desperately within 10 days. Someone like this Seshadri. But not Seshadri because he's too busy doing whatever he's doing.
Coffee. Sorry I took so long. The gas got over and I had to tilt the cylinder. Acha, anyways. So, mother, what do you think of him?
We are not thinking of him.
So what?
We seem to be in the middle of a problem.
You. Problem. You are not. You don't even know what the problem is.
Lata, you should be the one to worry.
Worry? What about?
What about? About Srinivas breaking his arm. Who will play the mridangam for your performance, huh?
Oh yes! Oh my god, it did strike me.
Lata has a Bharatnatyam performance in 10 days. She's excited about it. Well, her mother is more. If Lata pulls it off well, her mother Ratna believes that nobody can stop Lata from becoming a national figure. But there is always a pebble on the road. The incident of the mridangist breaking his arm has deeply distressed her mother.
Ratna, worrying is not going to help. Think of all the people we know.
I'll have to get a tablet for my headache.
Oh, you're going to kill yourself. Stop taking those tablets and all. There is plenty of time. You are worrying about nothing.
Nothing. Our daughter is giving a performance that will make her career, and she's not going to have a mridangam playing for her. No. How do you expect her to give her best, huh? How do you expect her to dance? And what will be announced to the President of India? That there will be no dance tonight? Tell all those foreign diplomats to go home. In my life, I have had problems.
Ratna, now please don't start, yaar.
Problems which you know about, but conveniently forget.
Ratna, no.
I did not go through all that to see our daughter's career finish overnight.
It is not finished.
Finished! Just like me! Yes, your father was right. Dance has brought us nowhere. It's his curse on us. Nothing seems worth it anymore. It's also worthless. You should have listened to your father. He was right. We were never anything great, never will be, and nor will our daughter be anything but an average human being.
Lata is not average.
If she can't dance, what else can she be, huh?
There were times when we did not dance.
And look where we are.
We are fine. At least I am fine.
You are nothing but a spineless boy who couldn't leave his father's house for more than 48 hours.
Ratna, don't.
You stopped being a man for me the day you came back to this house.
For 40 years you have been holding that against me.
You are right. I'm worrying about nothing. Because nothing is what we are.
Arey, mummy, whatever happens, I'm going to dance at the fest. For all those people and for you.
Will finding a musician make me a man?
Arey, daddy.
Ratna storms into her room in anger. Lata follows her. Ratna has just very mercilessly poked at a very old wound of Jairaj. A wound that hasn't gone away with time. Something that keeps coming back. About everybody teaching him how he should behave. About everybody preaching him that how he would be a man. Viswas finds himself in the middle of very uncomfortable situation.
Maybe I should go.
Yes, maybe. We've embarrassed you enough. We're usually a little bit more hospitable to our guests than this. Please, excuse us. We are sorry.
I understand.
What do you understand?
That you're worried about Lata's performance, and so you couldn't really pay much attention to me.
Hmm. Hmm. Leave it. Tell me, what the hell were you doing with the shawl when we arrived? An impression of my father.
I am very sorry about that, sir. Lata told me you respected your father a lot.
Did she say that?
Yes, that's why you have kept this old furniture and stuff.
Rubbish. This was my world. I have kept it the same because it is mine. This is where I spent all my childhood. I removed all his memories when he died.
And the shawl? Why have you kept a shawl? It's a beautiful shawl.
Acha, take the shawl. Let me see how you look wearing it. Do you like it?
Oh, yes. It's looking great.
You can have it then, after you marry Lata.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
It is only a shawl. Most boys would ask for a Maruti van or something.
No. I wasn't thanking you for the shawl. Thank you for agreeing to our marriage. You approve of me.
I approve of you,
Yes.
and you approve of us.
Yes.
Good. Then go home and ask your father to call me sometime.
Yes, sir. Certainly. One thing Lata was right about. You are different.
Viswas leaves. Jairaj smiles. He looks at the shawl with a thoughtful countenance as if it evoked some deep memories. He opens his cupboard and takes out a bottle of whiskey. He drinks for a while and suddenly his wife Ratna enters.
Are you drinking?
A little. That boy wanted a drink very badly. I just kept him company.
And where did you get the liquor from?
Don't pretend now. I hide it in the cupboard. You take it away and you put it back after diluting it with water and all. Next time you want a drink, don't bother topping it with water. You have to drink more every time to get the same kick.
Please, Jai. I'm in no mood for your jokes.
Jai. You called me Jai. You haven't called me Jai in God knows how many years. This calls for a celebration. Come on, let's drink. I'll take it. Yes. Now we can talk.
Yes, I've decided we could ask Chandrakala to lend, say Shadri, as a favor. She may need our help someday. She is bound to oblige.
Good thinking.
It's settled then, huh? I'll call her in the morning.
Yes, but wait. I want to talk to you. Do you think we would have been happier if we hadn't come back?
Are you talking
Yes.
about
Yes.
why bring it up now after 40 years?
You brought it up. What did you say? I stopped being a man for you because we could not survive on our own.
I didn't say it like that.
Your face tells me you did.
You must not take notice of what I say when I am upset.
No. Wait. What did you want me to do, huh? Carry on staying at your uncle's? Look the other way around
Don't.
while your uncle asked you to go to bed with him? Would I have been a man then? Would you have preferred that? Do you think your uncle made such interesting proposals to all his nieces? No, that would have been a great sin. But you were different. You were meant for entertainment.
Stop it! Please forgive me. I didn't mean anything I said. I was just upset.
People often speak what they mean when they're upset.
You know how anxious I am about Latha's performance. If she does well, she will be a national figure. And then if we butter up the right ministers, we can even get foreign tours arranged for her. I'm sorry about what I said. I am human, and so are you. We were both to blame.
That is very kind of you. Not to blame me alone. Or maybe it is not just kindness. Something deeper than that. Like guilt. You forgive me for what I did, and I forgive you for what you did. I forgive you for what you did to Shankar.
No. Don't mention that name to me. Please, Jay. Don't. Don't mention his name. Don't mention Shankar.
Jairaj took his revenge. She hurt him, he hurt her back. Ratna runs to her room in deep anguish. Jairaj is also about to exit to the bedroom when he notices the shawl. He goes and picks it up. Every time he looks at the shawl, he's bombarded with memories. Memories of his father.
Your last memory, Mr. Amritlal Parekh. Soon, I will be rid of it too. Then I won't see you wearing this shawl, walking about this room, making those sick comments on me. I won't see you ever again.
Jairaj, though old, is still in his youth through his memories. In his 20s, he is dancing around the house with his wife Ratna. Amritlal, his father, is wearing the same shawl and walking about the room in anger.
Jairaj! When I call for you, at least show your face. You have been dancing all day. How long is it going to last? I want this to end.
What is it, father?
I am expecting some people. And I want those musicians out before they arrive. I want them out now. Does he not have any other student to teach? Your guru. Spending his entire day in my house. Bad enough having converted my library into a petty dance hall.
Jairaj, are you coming? You know how annoyed Guruji gets when kept waiting now.
Let them wait. You also come here. I want to talk to you both.
Father, I can't ask them to just go out. Can I not have a decent rehearsal in this house?
You can't have a decent rehearsal in this house? I can't have some peace and quiet in my own house. Now, I would let you play cricket all day if you fancied it like most boys do, but I can't support you in this obsession with dance. It's making you useless.
Oh, and what about your obsession with revolutions, huh? If we hadn't gained independence, your revolutions were useless too, na then?
How can you even compare the two? Your antics will not lead you to any independence. Dare not compare dancing with freedom struggle. You should do what is expected of you. Why must you dance? It doesn't give you any income. Is it because of your wife?
Oh,
Is she forcing you to dance?
what are you even saying?
I should have never consented to your marriage. Mistake.
Consenting to have a daughter-in-law from outside your community just enhanced your image. Alright, that of a liberal-minded person. So don't pretend that you regret it.
Oh, I do regret it. And Ratna, where do you go every Monday?
I told you I go to the Shiv temple.
Times haven't changed. When we were newly married, Jay's mother and I, we were not allowed to go anywhere on our own. But we were allowed to go to the temple. So whenever we wanted to see the moving pictures, we would tell everyone at home that we were going to the temple. Nobody stopped us.
But if I wanted to see a film, I would tell you the truth.
Arre, that is because you know I won't object to you seeing a film. What if it wasn't a film you wanted to see, huh? What if it was some place where you know I wouldn't want you to go?
What? Where would that be?
You know very well where, because that's where you go every Monday. It was fortunate for me that it was Patel who saw you going there. Now, I can trust him to keep his mouth shut. He called me. Out of concern for a family name.
Family name? I haven't done anything to spoil the family name.
Arey, but people assume the worst, Ratna.
Where are your progressive ideas now? Huh? You just pretend to make everything better in the society, but your better is actually the worst. You don't even let women practice their art, but you talk of equality in genders. Huh? Actually, you know what? You are just conservative and ignorant.
My son, you are the ignorant one. I can't encourage prostitution in the name of art and turn temples into brothels. Oh.
And we cannot have our art run down by a handful of stubborn, narrow minded individuals with fancy, pretentious ideals.
Nobody is running down your art. Huh? I object to the people you are associated with while reviving this art. Like that prostitute's house you go to every Monday.
Chenni Amma, she is 75. How can you talk like that about her? She doesn't have money and she is dying. All she wants is that before she dies, she is able to impart her knowledge of Bharatnatyam to at least somebody who's dedicated and worthy enough to revive a dance form. And I happen to be that somebody.
I cannot tolerate random people watching my daughter-in-law in a prostitute's house. No, I can't.
That is not my problem. I want to learn dance from her, and that's all. Let people think what they want to. After all, I have my husband's permission.
Well, your husband happens to be my son, and you're both under my care. It is my permission that you should ask for, and it's a big no from me.
I am your son, alright, not your slave. You don't own me. And Guruji is waiting. We need to go and practice. Alright, we can't argue with you all day.
Uh-huh. And your Guruji. I don't like him too. Why does he wear his hair so long?
That enhances his abhinay. How would you even know that? I'm also planning to do so.
What? You will not. No man wears his hair so long. And your Guruji doesn't seem like a man to me. I have noticed the way he walks. You want to be like him?
You are utterly disgusting.
You will not grow your hair any longer. And that's final.
Amrit Lal goes to the Guruji. He says something to him very politely and hands him some money. The Guru exits.
What did you say to him?
He will never set foot in this house again. I've given him enough money.
You can't do that. You promised you would allow me to continue with my hobbies.
Arey, that was when you were a boy and dance was just a hobby. I'm sorry, son. Grow up.
I don't want to grow up. Alright? And you can't stop me from doing what I want. Okay?
As long as you are under my care.
As long as we are under your care. As long as we are under your care, right? As long as we are under your care, right? Let me just pack 2 shirts and leave this hell right now.
Jairaj looks at his wife. They both share the same sentiment right now. This companionship gives him immense courage. He storms into his room and comes back after a while with a bag in his hand.
Come on. I've packed some of your clothes as well. We're leaving right now.
What? Where?
We'll decide that later, Ratnal. First, let's just get out of this place.
But Jay, you haven't taken everything. We could leave tomorrow.
We don't need anything fancy, Ratna. And tell your father-in-law that from now on we are no longer under his care. And will never be again. Never!
Gerard.
2 days go by, but in vain for Ratna and Jairaj, trying to find a lodging for themselves at Ratna's perverted uncle's. They returned to Amritlal's abode, evidently defeated. The crestfallen couple, ripped off of their confidence, listens to Amritlal, who censures them.
I'll allow it. But I realize that you have come back more out of a necessity than any real intention of patching up what you have undone. And it doesn't give me much pleasure to know that. But I don't mind. And I don't gain much pleasure by reminding you that you had vowed never to come back to this house again, hadn't you? No, I won't remind you of that. I am much above it. But your silence carries too much hate. What parent would want that from his children? So I will allow you to dance. And I shall be very happy if you can earn your livelihood from it. If you ask me for money, I shall not refuse. But I will be very disappointed. Obviously, I have far better things to do with it than hand it over to you. And you may carry on using my library as your practice hall. And your guru may come here twice a week in the mornings. I hope I've made myself clear. Have I made myself clear?
Yes. Very clear.
And Jairaj, don't grow your hair any longer. Ratna, do you know where a man's happiness lies?
No.
In being a man. Help me to make him a man.
Well, I'm sorry. I am not going to do anything.
You will. I have seen the world. And I can recognize a clever woman when I see one. Tell me, how do you feel when you see him all dressed up and made up? Oh,
You seem to forget I married him because he is a dancer.
look, I'm a little harder to convince. You married him more for the reason that he'd let you dance.
Well, that too.
And you are intelligent enough to realize now that the decision to let you dance is in my hands, not his.
You have made that very clear.
Don't worry, I have no intention of stopping you. I will let you dance.
But you want to stop, Jairaj.
A woman in a man's world may be considered as progressive, but a man in a woman's world is pathetic.
Maybe we aren't progressive enough, but I know you find it sick.
I know my son is not good in dancing, but you are. You can become famous if you work hard. I'll never prevent you from dancing. If you help me to make him an adult, if you help me to help him grow up.
I will try.
Older Jairaj is in the living room, reading a newspaper. It's the next day after Lata's performance. Ratna? Ratna?
Phone calls all morning. It's that Muthya again, na? I'll really break his. Hello? Oh, hello, Dr. Gowda. How nice of you to call. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll tell her. She'll be thrilled to hear compliments like these from you. No. Not because you're a minister or anything like that. But you are so knowledgeable about dance and also known to be so critical. And if a person no less than the President of India gave her a standing ovation, of course, as soon as Lata finished her Tillana, he stood up and applauded.
Arey, the president was in a hurry to go to the toilet.
Shh. I appreciate you calling. I'll ask Lata to call you back. Though after last night's performance, she deserves a rest. But it's no trouble. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was keeping you from important work. Thank you.
Arey yaar, you were overdoing it. Acha, leave this. Where is Lata? Doesn't she want to read her rave reviews?
I thought we would surprise her. Let her come down. Oh God, who's this now? Whole world seems to be knocking at our doors. Hello? Hello, Seshadri. Did you sleep well? Yes, we read the express. Oh, for what, Sesha? Don't apologize. So what if you gave her the wrong tal in the beginning? I immediately stopped you, didn't I? It happens to the best of people. Yes. You must excuse me now. I think the milk is boiling. Thank you for calling. Bye. One of these days, I'm going to break his mridangam on his head.
Did you read them? Herald and Times, rave reviews. A shining star in the sky of Bharatnatyam.
Yes, and here she is, Lata Parekh, the discovery of the decade.
Thank you, one and all.
You are famous now, huh?
Yeah, but mostly mummy's efforts.
Arey, I would not give her the credit entirely.
You know, they like my Tilana. Her sculpturous poses and flourishes were truly delightful to view. Now that's a laugh.
No, they were very good actually, even though you made them all up.
And you know, I forgot the moves and just posed to finish with the flourish.
But I like those poses. They did remind me of sculptures like on postcards, where the dancer is talking to a parrot or something.
Parrot. She had no business talking to a parrot in the middle of a tilana.
Okay, so this one is hysterical. Her rendition of the Ashtapadi from Geet Govindam was tenderly intense and intensely tender. Lata's heaving bosom conveyed all that was humanly possible. You know, my bosom was heaving because I was breathless from dancing.
I didn't quite like that one.
You didn't like Jaydev's Geeta Govindam.
Oh, no. Well, it was tenderly intense and intensely tender and all that. But
But what? What did you want her to do? Talk to her parrot while she was waiting?
no, I didn't mean that. I felt like it was too erotic.
Erotic. My wife danced the same item 30 years ago.
I admire her courage.
So, you feel it shouldn't be done?
Arey, I danced the same item for the army. The money was good and I wore everything that was necessary to make me look like a woman and I danced.
I admire your courage. Look, I don't mean I object to her dancing. It is her passion, and it wouldn't be fair for me to. All I'm saying is that. What am I saying? Yeah, that it really isn't necessary to make it so. You know. At least I don't think so. Of course, you may think so, but I don't. And I don't know what she thinks about it, so. I mean, nobody's stopping you. Sir, now, if you don't mind, I have to rush to my father's shop and make jalebis. I really must go.
So, father, what do you think of him?
A bit strange.
Lata, your mom is sitting there in the kitchen and crying. Mind you, she could have been cutting onions.
What? Mummy?
Oh my god, crying again. Even today. She will be alright.
Strange people.
It's all right, Lata. You can go.
Okay.
Ratna, what were you doing in the kitchen? One of your headaches now? Or is it depression now that all the excitement of Lata's performance is over? It is too early in the day to drink.
I don't want a drink.
I strongly recommend it. It keeps you from crying. Look at me. I never cry.
That is because you are a man.
Alright, let us not discuss my gender now. Acha, let's talk about you.
Same thing. You talk about me, we talk about you.
You want a suitable subject? Fine, let us talk about Shankar today.
Anything but that. Please.
Oh, that displeases you immensely, doesn't it?
Go on. Say it. Do your worst. I'm too tired to fight it.
Me too. Forget it. Let us talk about Lata. Are you happy for her?
Of course. She's on her way to fame, which is I wanted for her. She had my blessings and guidance. And now that her performance has been noticed by the right people, it shouldn't be very difficult for her to... Yes, I have every reason to feel happy.
No. Have you read the reviews?
Not all of them. Not yet.
Don't you want to read them?
Yes, I was meaning to read them.
But you haven't even looked at them.
I heard rave reviews. The star of the festival. The dancer of the decade. And why shouldn't she get reviews like this, huh? I deserved it. Spending sleepless nights arranging things, sweet talking those critics. My hard work has paid off, hasn't it? Hasn't it?
Where are you going? And where are you taking these newspapers?
I have to paste these reviews in my album.
Our album.
Yes.
You are not going to paste her reviews in our album.
Why not? There's plenty of space.
She deserves an album of her own.
We don't have another album in the house. You go and buy one. But these, I'm pasting in my album.
Our album, and you are not pasting these reviews in our album.
I will.
They don't belong there. Those critics gave her good reviews because she deserved them. They were not doing you any favors. Face it, woman. I do not want to see you pasting those reviews in our album, pretending they are yours. Come, let us have breakfast now.
I'm not hungry.
Ratna, at least you have a daughter to be jealous of now.
Oh.
Young Ratna and young Jairaj enter into Amritlal's house. Ratna is wearing a splendid Bharatnatyam costume. Jairaj is in an ordinary kurta pajama suit. He is evidently drunk.
Walk in, come in, Ratna Devi, into the house of Shri Amritlal Parekh. Sage is not in. He's away receiving awards for serving the nation, while his Lakshmi of the house has been away receiving acclaim for her talent.
Shut up, Jay. You'll wake the baby.
Oh, the baby. I forgot about him. Our little baby is fast asleep. Huh? We must not disturb him. Where are you going?
In the bedroom to see if he's alright.
Yeah, yes. Let's go to the bedroom.
No. Stay here, you drunkard. Don't come with me.
Yes, I'll stay here. You go and see how our little Shankar is sleeping. Huh? When he grows up, I'll teach him how to dance. The dance of Shiva. The dance of a man. And when he's ready, I'll bring him to his grandfather and make him dance on his head. The Tandav Nritya, the Lord of Dance, beating his drum and trampling on the demon.
He's asleep.
Good, very good. He is in dreamland. Let him stay there. It's a far better place than this.
Where is that new Aya? She should have been near the baby, na? In case he gets hungry.
No. You should have been near the baby, na? In case he gets hungry.
I should have asked you to stay back. At least you would have been of some use here.
Oh, you didn't think I was useful there? I clapped the loudest. You didn't hear it or what?
Stop it. I'm going to bed. You can sleep here.
Oh, have I disappointed you? Ratna Devi, you don't want to sleep with me? Never again?
Don't talk nonsense. You are in no condition to be sleeping next to my baby. Oh, you stink.
Aha. What a beauty you are. Is that why you like to dance? Huh? To have men admire your assets?
What? Why do you dance?
But I don't. I'm not good enough.
Yeah, how can you be when you're drunk half the time? I am tired. I'm going to bed.
Wait. I want to talk to you.
What do you want from me?
Oh, you want to know what I want? I want you to give me back my self-esteem. Can you do that?
When did I ever take it?
Oh, come on. Bit by bit, you took it. When you insisted on top billing in all our programs, you took it. When you made me dance my weakest items, you took it. When you arranged the lighting so that I was literally dancing in your shadow, and when you called me names. Oh, the names in front of other people. Names I feel ashamed to repeat even in private, and you call me disgusting.
You don't want to face it. It is me they want to see dancing.
Oh, yes, a young, beautiful woman. Yes.
A young, beautiful woman? And you are jealous of me for that? What kind of a man are you?
Oh, you are so clever. No wonder you get along well with him.
Get along well with whom?
My father. It was him, wasn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on. Oh, don't pretend. I'm not blind. All right. Why did he allow us to dance, huh? He knew he had us in his hands when we came back to him.
No.
We would have listened to anything he said, but
You
let us dance.
would have listened, not me. Yes, he realized he couldn't stop me, but he could stop you through me. I agreed with your father to let you off so that he could shape you into whatever shape he thinks a man should have. I should have guessed the result. I regretted it. It turned out this way.
Oh, you are brilliant. I truly am jealous of you, you know. You're quite a looker, quite a dancer, and quite an actress. Ratna Devi, one has to hand it to you. You destroy me first, then give the impression that there wasn't much to destroy in the first place. Then blame it all on my father. Then suggest I make myself useful by being your stage prop, huh? Then use words like regret and expect me to shrug my shoulders, resign myself, and believe that my calling in life is to serve you.
No,
Thank
it's
you
very
please.
It's very-
Thank you very much for the talk, Ratna Devi. It really has been an illuminating one.
It's very easy to blame others for your failure, Jay. Yes, I did cut you off, but then you deserved it. So don't come to me saying I destroyed you. I didn't have to. You did it all by yourself. I didn't ask you for the sacrifices you claim to make. You had your freedom, but you came back to this cage. I don't even feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for our Shankar. What a failed father he has got.
Oh, what am I, a failed father? Look at you. How well are you playing the part of a good mother? Huh?
I am a good mother because I'll end this sick talk with you and feed the baby. If you have nothing else to say, good night.
Feed the baby. That won't be necessary. He's fast asleep. He won't miss his meal.
How do you know? He usually wakes up at this hour.
Not on the nights you perform, Ratna Devi.
What do you mean?
Oh, you wouldn't know, would you? An old trick banded down from one generation of ayahs to the next. I know. I was raised by one.
Opium?
Effective, isn't it? He hasn't cried at all. But don't worry, though. They always give just the right amount.
She too?
Yes, she too. She too wants a restful sleep on the kitchen floor. Same as her mother and her mother's mother.
Jay, she too has given opium to Shankar.
What? What do you mean? She what do you mean she too has given Shankar? What did you say? She too has given Shankar? You
No, not my baby. Oh, Shankar.
It is settled. We move next month. The demolishers will arrive then. The house seems strong. They made tough buildings in the old days and tough people. But even tough people like my father get knocked down. We have moved to what we can call our flat. Our balcony overlooks the top of a gulmohar tree. They were planning to cut it off, I'm told. It obstructs the traffic, they say. But it was saved by a group of retired old men in the building. I think I was also one of them. And did I tell you, Lata had called when you had gone to visit Chandrakala. She was so happy to know that you two are the best of friends now. I told her how much you two have in common. Arthritis to start with. She called to say that her baby spoke her first word today. It sounded like jalebi. Today, my liver ceased to function and I followed suit. You died too out of boredom, I suspect. Our flat is empty now. It belongs to Lata and Vishwas. I see you coming to what seems to be heaven, riding with death on a buffalo. You get off and I greet you. The buffalo vanishes. And we embrace, we smile, and we dance. We dance perfectly, in unison, not missing a step or a beat. We talk, we laugh at all the mistakes we made in our previous dances. We were only human. We lacked the grace. We lacked the brilliance. We lacked the magic to dance like God.